Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to a very unique edition of Topic Time with Harrison Young. It's unique in the fact that it's my very first Zoom episode where I'm actually interviewing someone in a remote location instead of sitting with me, and I expect we'll be doing a lot of that. Topic Time is into the 21st century, as we should have been a long time ago, and we're going to keep getting better and better. But I have an awesome guest, Stephanie Rivkin, a DJ from Connecticut. But before we get there, I've got to read these great underwriters, and then we will talk to her. So, we have D&E Auto Body Collision Center in Bridgewater. We have UBG Airsoft and Laser Tag in Bridgewater. We have Doggy Boutique, all breed professional grooming for dogs and cats in Brockton, run by my great next door neighbor, Debbie Siddell. We got T Martini and Sun Floor Covering in Abington. No job is too big or too small. Topic Time fans get 10% off there. We got Easton Fitness right here in the Village Shops in Northeastern. We got Smoking Ashes Tobacco Shops in Whitman, South Weymouth, Hanson, Abington, and Pembroke. We got Whitman Abington News Corporate Office. There's the number. We got Grant's Rental in Bridgewater. We got Middleborough Barbering in Middleborough. We got Lynch's Auto Cycle Truck Towing Center in Brockton. One number for towing, one number for projects. We got A1's Tire and Auto Center in Brockton. We got John's Greenhouses and Florist Shop in Brockton. We got C&J Auto Body Auto Glass Towing in Stoughton. We got Joe's Diner in Taunton. We got Brighton Tire Service in Brockton. We got MDI Auto Brokers and Repair in Whitman, home of the fully certified used car. I want to thank you guys very much. And now on that note, I'm going to say hello to Stephanie Rivkin. She's a DJ. She's an independent woman, and we're going to talk to her. And so how you doing, Stephanie? Thanks for coming on Topic Time and being with me tonight.
Yeah, I'm happy we can still do this, even though there's like the snow barrier. So this is great.
Well, okay, Stephanie. Well, I appreciate the fact that you were able to do my show, and obviously I wanted you to be safe. And so I always say everything happens for a reason. So here we are doing the show. You down there, me up here. You don't have to worry about snow, ice, any of that stuff. And I think, again, it's a blessing in disguise. So it's going to be great having you on, as I said. So tell me about what you do. What is it like being a DJ? How did you get it? I love your little backdrop you have there. How did you get into it? And then we'll talk about what you did as a younger person and how it got you there. And then if I have any questions, I'll fire them in, and then we'll move on to the present and then the future. So go ahead.
Okay. I started off as a karaoke host, and then I became an all-event DJ. I also became mostly a wedding DJ. That's my main focus. And now, since COVID began, I'm also now an online radio DJ.
Oh, that's good. Okay. Well, tell me about the people who run it. Where is it out of? And how did you get into it? Are you the owner of it, or is someone else the owner that you work for? Can you enlighten me on that a little bit?
It's an online radio station, so I guess it's owned by, I don't know if it's just one woman, but it's run by a woman named Dancer Shades V. And I do just 2 hours right now on Friday nights from 8 to 10, but I've been offered to pick up more time slots, and I just want to see what's going on with the opening of the state before I, take on more. But yeah, it's cool. It's called Triple Threat FM Radio. It's online. It's on an app. It's an app. Yeah, it's called Zeno Radio app. And you just scan a little barcode and you can get the app, and then you can listen. It's 24 hours of music. We have all different DJs and all styles of music. So it's a pretty good app if you like to listen to online radio.
So, all right, Stephanie. So let's hear what it sounds like. Let's hear one of your presentations. Just go through the motions as if you were actually doing a radio presentation. Let me hear what you sound like.
Okay. What's going on, guys? This is DJ Stephanie Stardust. You're listening to Planet Stardust. It's Friday night, and we have an awesome mix for you. The next song coming up is This Is How We Do It by Montel Jordan, and this is how we do it on Friday nights.
Well, tell me what you were like as a kid. I mean, how did it lead to what you're doing now? I mean, were you outgoing? Were you shy? Did you aspire to being in the spotlight or doing other things where people would get you noticed, or were you kind of like a turtle trying to crawl into your own shell? What would you say?
I was actually very shy and quiet as a child and had no desire to be in any kind of spotlight or on the air or anything. But then I did enjoy singing. So once I began singing, it became like an outlet kind of as an adult where you were able to go and sing karaoke at a bar, and so that kind of, I guess going to sing karaoke often made me become part of like this little karaoke family. And then one of the hosts that I saw on a regular basis asked me to do a gig for him one day. And then that's kind of how I became more outgoing and then started doing other things. But as a child, I stayed in my room reading books. So as I was kind of running a show for someone else's business, I was working at a hotel, and the hotel, this was like in 2008. So that's when budget cuts began happening and the economy crashed. So that was a perfect time when I lost my job to kind of transition into the side gig full time. And it really just happened naturally. So I had one gig, it turned into two. And then from there, I had already had like a really good crowd of people that I had been singing with before I even became a host. So they started coming to my shows, and then it was like a big party every time I was hosting. And then the bars were like, come to my bar and bring your crowd. And we just partied from one bar to the next all over Connecticut. And it was quite a great way to grow a business.
Oh, do you do any writing at all too? I was just wondering about that. I always figure that somebody that's going to, in communications as you are, would be putting stuff, pen to paper or computer keyboard to paper or whatever you have to do. Will you enlighten us a little about that?
I tried to write, and I thought I was a really good songwriter until, as an adult, I looked back and I read how ridiculous my stuff was. So thank God I never did anything with it. It wasn't good.
You write poetry. You write poetry. You incorporate it into your music. Is that how you make your songs? Is that how it goes, or do you have other ways of going? And do you do it by yourself, or do you have people that help you?
Not in the song sense, because it was mostly just poetry. But then I did have a friend who we did write an original song together. He was an acoustic guitarist, and so we tried to do that, and we did just one. It was kind of cheesy, but
All right. Well, tell me the kind of music you put together. I mean, is it original? Is it cover stuff? A little everything? You tell me.
Well, once I started getting back into being in a cover band, then my son decided he wanted to arrive, so I gave up the cover band stuff.
Tell me about the band that you're covering for.
So I was in two. One of them was called Nervous Habit, and we did a little bit of like some punk, a little bit of rock, a little bit of top 40. And that was kind of my first run with cover bands, and we had a really good time, except sometimes we butted heads with song selections. And five, I think five. Yeah, we keyboard. No, I was the only girl, and I was like a co-lead singer with another guy. And so we shared the front. And then my next band, this was a cursed band. I actually named it Bad Kitty. I saw it on I hope not. So I named the band Bad Kitty. And then very shortly after that, I was pregnant, and then they hired a new lead singer, and then she got pregnant, and then there was another singer, and she just took over temporarily because she didn't want to get pregnant, so she quit. And it was just a bad mess. So we got rid of that whole band. They scrapped the name, and that was the end of that. I think I did maybe one show with them. I was on stage with my belly, and I sang.
So tell me, what gigs do you have on tap now? Once the pandemic is fixed, what are your plans for the upcoming year? I mean, it's going to be a pretty good year. Tell me what you got on the horizon, if you can see stuff on the horizon.
So I'm just starting. My first interview is going to be this Friday. This Friday, tomorrow night, with a Massachusetts resident actually. His name is Lamel, and he's going to be trying to go for the Guinness Book of World Records, 48 hours straight of like freestyling, rapping. He's my first. I'll be interviewing a couple. Big Daddy is going to be another DJ. He's very well known in the DJ Expo world. He's very motivating and positive.
So tell me you look very fit. Do you take care of yourself? Do you work out regularly? Do you have a diet you follow?
No, I've actually had the worst year of as far as a diet and exercise. So I'm kind of I guess maybe it's well hidden because I'm wearing black.
So Big Daddy is a rapper, right? I just had a rapper on my show the other day in Wareham. Tell me about Big Daddy.
Well, Big Daddy, he's not a rapper. Oh yeah. Big Daddy's definitely not a rapper. He just his it's just his DJ name. He's mostly a wedding DJ, I believe. Um, but yeah, I kind of just start getting started with that. So
Tell me about the celebrity DJs you've met. Who, if you can name them, if not, that's fine too. Just, enlighten us as best you can.
as far as meeting celebrities, not so much in the radio world, but attending the DJ expos, I've met quite a few, and that's been fun. I went to, I've been going for the last few years, and then last year, of course, because of COVID, I missed a few. But how exciting! I've been going to Atlantic City for a few years, and there's DJs from all over the place, and they really know how to throw a good party. So, I mean, as far as networking goes, you meet celebrities, you meet other people from your area, you meet people from far away, and then opportunities present themselves because of the networking, and such a great time. The education, of course, is why you go, but the networking and the parties are such a benefit. And
So what's the next event you have coming up? You have something big going on?
yeah, yeah, there's one in Vegas that I was supposed to DJ at in Vegas last year. I was just opening, but so the next one, I'm not sure exactly when they set it for, but the Mobile Beat DJ Expo has a new name. I'm not sure exactly what it's called, but that's the one I'll be going to because I already bought the ticket. And
So you have a son, you have a 25-year-old son, and you say that he's into music and DJing as well. Tell me a little about him. Where's he out of? What's he doing now?
he started off mostly as a hip hop DJ, but he's kind of evolving now, and he's really into frequencies and like binaural beats, and he's kind of taking it in another direction. So he wants it to be like a more positive vibe that he's putting out, and so mhm. I'm so proud of my kids. Yeah, they're very creative and musical, and I'm so excited for them for their futures.
So tell me, have you ever modeled at all? You look pretty nice. Tell me about that, if that applies to you.
Yes. So I tried some pageants when I was younger, and I really did it for the talent portion. But yeah, my uncle was a photographer, so he kind of used me a little bit as a child model. And then I in one of the pageants, I won a Miss Photogenic award, having no idea what it even meant. And so after that, I didn't do much with it, but when I started my own business, I was the face of my business. So I would do my headshots and promo shots. And then from there, I got asked to do more photo shoots. And then it maybe looks like I model for my own business. I'm like an Instagram model for my company. But I do love the photo shoots. I love picking out the outfits and getting the hair and makeup and the excitement. And of course, the final products are always like better than I could have imagined because, they improve everything.
Okay, well, let me ask you something. So, if there's anything, are there other aspects to DJing that you want to learn about? Tell me. If so, tell me what they could be. Go ahead.
Well, I feel like I'm brand new still at the radio thing. So I want to become better at that. I mean, it's like mixing live on air. So the mixing skills could always improve. So actually DJ Ragoza, I just noticed, is putting out like a scratch class. So I'm most likely going to be taking that and learning. Yeah, I am such a fan of theirs. I am in awe of them as a couple and individually of their skills. So when you see them come together and create some kind of new collaboration, it's always impressive and exciting to see like the brand new product that they're creating. So I'm excited to see what's going to happen for them as well.
Yeah, Team Ragoza, they were amazing when we had them on the show. And I don't know if you know it, but they just got a whole new booking for the East Coast. I just saw them on Facebook today.
Well, I wouldn't have been on the show if it wasn't for them.
Right, right. So I'm obviously going to be grateful that they put you up to doing my show, for lack of a better term. But that was great that they did, and I'm so happy that you were able to do it. And look how we've done it so modernly.
Busy time.
Yeah, well, what are you going to do when it gets really busy again? What's on the horizon for that? I mean, we're going to be all coming back to the regular normalcy pretty soon. So what are you going to have going on when that happens?
I think that there's not too much going on with my own job right now, although I have been making some bookings. So I mean, the most time it takes right now is just to write a contract up and email it, which is nothing. It's actually just a few minutes. And then to prepare for a 2-hour radio mix, I'll spend a couple hours during the week choosing some songs. And then the night that I'm DJing, I might not use all those songs, but at least I'll have something to start with. So yeah, right now I could take on another project because I'm not as busy as I used to be. I used to be out 5 nights a week at the least. And now I'm home 7 nights a week, although my first in-person gig is happening this Saturday. So I'm really excited to actually DJ live, although I'm super curious to see what it'll be like. I don't know if there'll be dancing involved. I know there'll be social distancing and masks, which will be different. I don't know if people will dance in that mask and the social distancing. I have no idea. I'm just here.
All right, guess what? We're down in the final 5 minutes of the show. So what I want you to do in the time we have left is give shouts out to the people that are going to see it, because a lot of them are. And then we'll wrap the show up in the usual musical fashion, the same way we started it. Go ahead.
All right. I would first shout out my kids, Eli and DeAndre. I love you guys. I want to shout out my boss mama crew, DJ Jess and DJ Run That. My friends, DJ Sunshine and her whole crew, our River crew. All my celebrity. I don't have a ton of celebrity friends, but hi, celebrity friends that I know and the ones that I'm going to make. I'm excited about you being in my life. Yeah, so thank you guys for watching, those of you that I don't know.
And I also, if you had a good time with me tonight.
Absolutely did. Yes.
Stephanie, please spread the word about Topic Time. I get a lot of my guests to word of mouth. You got my digits, have people call, text me, whatever, and we'll get them on as guests. So on that note, are you ready to wrap the show up the way we started it? Okay, let's do it. Thanks for watching Topic Time, folks. More great episodes to follow. See you next time. Take care.